Should we do watch this, jerks? There's a lot of shit on this fucking list.
I know there was part of me that's like, should I save some of this for the big show?
No, you'll watch other stuff between then and now.
I hope so. Well, the last time we
I have
had
faith
like,
in you.
Wait, let's talk about the big news first from the nerds.
all right, so
Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Yes, Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
He needed more. He needed like so many more houses.
Did you hear how much money they're giving him? Like everything.
Like 100 million.
It's got
more.
It's not even that. It's like some of the demands. Like he gets his own airplane.
And he gets to keep it after.
He gets a trailer compound on set, not just a trailer, but like a whole set of trailers for him and like his
family
team. Yeah. So it's crazy.
Good for him, but it seems pretty lazy. But maybe
they also
they're going to
brought
make
back the Russo brothers, the directors of the last two Avengers movies.
Do people, do you really think like that's what put asses in seats, Robert Downey Jr.? Like,
I think
maybe?
I don't think it hurts.
It doesn't not put asses in seats.
Exactly. It doesn't not put asses in seats. Yes, I know he's making all the money in the world, but for all intents and purposes, he seems to have always enjoyed being in those movies. And I think his positivity and the involvement has always added to the experience in a way. Like, he always enjoyed being Iron Man.
He's probably not going to do something that sucks, is what you're saying, probably. Too.
I don't think he wants to do something that sucks. As much as he's doing this for the money, I still don't think he wants it to be bad. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense somewhere.
Remember when Howard Stern like did a prank and like tried to pretend that he was going to be Dr. Doom? He like had like a fake leak. Excuse me.
I just, what I'm curious to see is it going to, is how they pull it off. Is it going to be Robert Downey Jr. like in prosthetics the whole time and the mask? Like, because he's done that before.
People want to.
He's done movies in prosthetics.
I don't think you pay him this money and then
that's what I'm saying.
The mask the entire time.
Or is it that it's like, is it going to be a Tony Stark Dr. Doom, which has been a thing before?
Yeah.
Is it just a variant of Tony Stark that's also Dr. Doom? Does that mean that there's another Dr. Doom that's the real Dr. Doom? Like, is this just a smoke
Howard
screen?
Stern? Oh, it could be Howard Stern.
Could be Howard Stern. I'm not saying, is Robert Downey Jr. going to be Dr. Doom? Yes. But John Krasinski was also Mr. Fantastic.
I think he's going to be Dr. Doom. He's going to be the person who wipes out all the Kangs because he's Tony Stark. And
Tony Smark.
Tony Smark, that's who he is in the variant form. Tony Smark in the alternate universe has figured out the Kang whole plot and the way to defeat them because he's Tony Smark and he's super smart.
Is it water? Is the answer water?
The answer is water.
Yeah,
the weakness is water.
Okay.
And then he's also the solution to the general public having no idea who Kang is, but knowing cursory who Dr. Doom is, and that he's cool,
right?
Okay. Like that's what this is solving as well. Is the general public does not know who Kang is, as well as the whole like problems with the actor. But
Dr. Doom hasn't been very active either in the last.
No, but
I think people know who Dr.
Doom is. They know who he is, but they don't know much about him. Probably
correct. You don't have to know much about him. You just know like he's cool looking. He's got Boba Fett effect.
100%
is what Dr. Doom has.
Right.
Like
I think Boba Fett has Dr. Doom effect because Dr. Doom came first.
Sure, but it's the same type of thing. Like you don't have to know a bunch of like his name is Dr. Doom.
Goes a really long way.
Right. His name is Dr. Doom. He's got the Cobra Commander this like outfit on. Like it's fine.
He's Iron Man. He's basically Iron Man and Doctor Strange combined into one character as a bad guy. That's what Dr. Doom is, in a sentence.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, there's a lot of meat there.
So make this interesting, though. They do have to like, I don't know, like make it so it's not Mysterio again, right? Like oh, is he a good guy, bad guy type?
No, they're not going to do that. It's going to be he's a bad guy. He's going to do. I think they're going to do full Secret Wars, and he's going to collapse the multiverse into one verse.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do too.
That's the end game.
That's the interesting thing But then if everybody knows that this is the path that's going on, they better make it good.
I hate multiverses, so I'm excited for it to be gone.
Is that what the story behind Secret Wars was? They were ending the multiverse? The original Secret Wars?
There's more than one Secret Wars. The one from the 80s is a different thing altogether.
Right.
You're thinking of the one from the that's the Beyonder brought superheroes together to fight each other so they could sell toys.
They should do that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like when they fight and there's a lot of them.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Although the most powerful character in that was Molecule Man, and the most powerful character in Secret Wars was also Molecule Man. Secretly, Molecule Man. He's the key to all of it. That's though I always felt was the more interesting character, and I'm very interested to see who they get to play Molecule Man.
All right.
But that's me. That's me being a nerd.
Well, they're out of actors, so you got to start.
I mean, it could be me,
them, right?
I would do it.
You. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What movies are we watching?
Who's going first? Me?
Might as well.
I saw the Deadpool Wolverine movie in the theaters. It's got Wolverine and Deadpool in it.
I want to see this.
It's very good.
It's very good. Okay.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable romp through space and time.
Dick jokes and fart jokes.
Dick jokes, fart jokes, graphic violence, F-bombs.
It's not R,
all the cameos. Lots. Yes, it is a R-rated movie.
Oh, definitely R.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. We went as a father and children outing. My wife had no interest in seeing this movie.
Oh,
but it was still a good time.
She could have got the popcorn though. Well, you guys.
But I did. We went when we got there. I did ask because I was requested. Yeah, like you gotta at least ask. I'm like, fine. Do you have the popcorn bucket? And they were like, sorry, it's sold out.
Oh,
I'm like, all right, shucks. Yeah.
Was it Wolverine? I mean, Deadpool's butt or something?
No, it's Wolverine's mouth open like this.
That's weird.
No, it's supposed to be. Never mind. But I took the kids. We had a good time. They loved it. They loved every second of that movie. Yeah. My son thinks it's the best movie that's ever been made.
Nice.
And and they were like, "Oh my god!" The whole time, my daughter was like jumping in her seat with like every moment of like,
"Wow, fun for the guys and the gals."
And it was. I mean, it was really good to see it, and it's worth seeing in a theater because there's lots of gaspy moments, especially if nothing's been spoiled for you, which I think might be too late at this point. But I don't know
anything. I don't know anything.
Nothing's been spoiled for me, so keep it that way.
Yes.
I like to watch these in the cheap theater.
The best part of the movie.
Stop it.
Was when the Enterprise, that Captain Kirk and the Enterprise.
Yeah, and he said, "Everyone, remember where we park."
Yeah. And there's whales.
Right. And then he gave the Vulcan death grip to the guy on the bus because he wouldn't shut the radio off. So
you have seen it.
All right, what else are we watching here?
I saw the other Ryan Reynolds movie, If Imaginary Friends.
I thought about watching that. How is it?
It's something like it really tries to like one up Disney in that it's got the whole like parent dies of cancer thing.
I hate it.
To start off the meeting, but what if the other parent, like maybe like 5 years later or so, also in the hospital with a potentially terminal illness.
Right. So you could be sad twice.
Correct. And it needs more jokes. Like the whole thing is just like heartwarming the entire time.
Okay.
And I don't know the girl's name, the actress, but she does a really good job. Like in it, Ryan Reynolds is good in it. It's very much like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends without the jokes.
Right. So sad. A lot of sad.
Like, not all sad, but just like trying to like say like, hey, this is really important. Like it's trying to like play on your feelings like the whole time. Like,
sure.
Do you want to like real like coming of age story type of thing? And like both my kids liked it well enough, but they only remember the jokes for the most part. Right.
Right. Like, so it didn't really register.
Not Not entirely.
And there weren't enough jokes, so it's probably like kind of a bummer then. Oh.
Yeah, like it needed more jokes.
I saw a movie that's sort of similar in that it was bittersweet and sad, but had a lot of jokes, and it was really funny. And that's Thelma, which is about do you know about this movie?
That's the June Squibb movie.
Richard Roundtree's last movie, who was Shaft. The plot is that this June Squibb's character is like a 93-year-old grandmother, and she gets taken in on a phone scam and loses a lot of money, and she's on like a mission to get her money back, by herself, basically, as an old woman. And it's very sweet and very funny.
Oh, dog's coming through.
Uh-oh, what the hell? Dog.
I don't know. It's very loud in my house tonight. I'm trying to figure that out too, but I think the dogs are going outside.
Is the dog making a duty? Anyway, the movie's really good. I'd recommend Thelma. I even spent $10 to rent it, but it was worth it.
Cool.
And it was Shaft's last movie.
I think that's on one of the streaming services. I forget which one.
Oh, really? Because I paid for it.
No.
I didn't really look. I just saw, oh, shit. Anyway, it was good. It was worth it. I was happy to give the guy $10. Like, I'm pretty much was laughing or crying during every part of the movie.
I heard it was very good.
It was good. And it's only like an hour and 40 minutes.
Even better.
Perfect. So, yeah, I highly recommend Thelma. What else are we watching?
I watched Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. That is the most recent Ghostbusters movie.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my thoughts. I liked it. Which I was surprised by. I was expecting to not like it.
You watched the first one that they did?
Yes, I watched Ghostbusters Afterlife. I did not like that.
Okay, but it's the same people, right?
So same cast, same everything.
I need to watch that one to watch this one?
No.
Okay.
You can catch up on the Ghostbusters.
You'll pick up on like, they seem very familiar with that person. He must have been in the last movie. Right. That's basically all you would need to like, okay, this person they don't seem to know very well. He wasn't in the last movie.
Got it.
That would be the only reason to watch the last movie. And then I guess you need to know that Winston is very wealthy and funds everything.
Just like in the video game, I think he was the same thing.
Yeah. So there you go. So you already knew that. This is what I will say about this movie that I think is very interesting. It's not great, but I did enjoy it.
Shocking.
But I also think that it's a product of the time, in that if this movie exactly as is with a couple of tweaks came out, if this was like Ghostbusters 3 instead of Ghostbusters 6,
okay,
it would have been huge.
Is there 6?
Yeah, 6.
Were there two with the women?
Oh no, that's right. Goes 5. Ghostbusters 5. Okay, you're right.
All
right. Yeah. So if this was Ghostbusters, the air purifier went on. I'm like, what is that noise now? If it's set to auto, if this movie had come out sooner, like this style of movie, this sort of Ghostbusters movie, I don't want to give too much away, but again, it takes place in New York. It's got a very centralized plot. It makes sense. It utilizes the old characters in a good way. It utilizes new characters in a good way.
Does Bill Murray try in it?
Huh?
Does Bill Murray try?
I mean, he tries as much as Bill Murray can, but again, if this was a Bill Murray if this was 3 Ghostbusters ago,
okay,
then maybe his attitude would have been different. You know what I mean? This is the right Ghostbusters movie, but it's 3 movies too late.
Right.
And I think that kind of hurts the movie a little bit.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check it out.
I don't know.
I think it's worth your time.
I feel like we haven't watched in this household the first Ghostbusters yet.
Okay.
You should do that. You need to see the first
tense
Ghostbusters.
Blowjob scene. Like that's the
what blowjob scene? No, the ghost.
The ghost blowjob.
Oh,
scene.
It's not even. Have you looked at that? There's no blowjob really.
I looked at it.
You just see him unbuckle the pants. There's no blowjob. It just unbuckles the pants and then
his eyes roll back in his head and yeah.
But you don't see the head go down to the groin, really, do you?
No, because it's a ghost.
But you just see the pants open. That's all.
I know.
You think that's too much? The pants opening?
I don't know. It'll be on like it's uncomfortable.
Well, the life is uncomfortable. What
Sure.
about just during that scene, you like say, "Oh, I'm going to go get some water,"
Right,
and then you
like, that's the
trip,
thing of,
and then
like-
you like trip, and everybody looks, and it's over like that, and they won't
Right.
even
Or
know.
I just like go in and edit that out.
I mean, it's a pretty short scene and it's pretty much telegraphed because it's like so separated from the rest of the movie. You can like
Correct.
hide it. You can
Correct.
hide it.
I know. Yeah, I know. Like, hey, kids, look over there.
Mhm.
But
Well, then again, I also, I saw that movie in the theaters, and I don't think I knew what was going on.
Right,
in that
and you don't even
scene
think
when I
about it,
saw
right?
Yeah.
You didn't
And I
think
was-
about it.
Let's see, how old was I? That movie came out in what, 84? I was 7.
And he's still sexually repressed to this day because of that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
right.
That's why he's not jacking off when everybody's out.
But
I think that's
that
not a
scene
big
is
deal.
literally the only reason like we haven't like
I think you
embarked
could get away
on
with
the
it.
Ghost.
it-
Oh, I
guess
know.
the
I can, but
It's also probably less. It's less pronounced than you probably
Definitely.
remember.
that's the only
100%.
scene I remember.
It's-
That's
it's-
that's the whole plot of Ghostbusters.
It's because it is very implied.
It is.
They don't really
Totally.
It's very implied. You just see the ghost. You see Ray
Pants
in bed.
unbuckle.
Ray, pants
the,
unbuckle.
The,
That's
belt,
it.
the belt gets
the belt-
unbuckled,
yeah, the belt,
and then his eyes go crossed. And
right, his eyes go crossed, and he
Right.
like sits up or whatever.
Tell the kids the ghosts want to check out his underwear or something, and it's and
Right, they
it's
gave him a
like-
wedgie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, wedgie. That's
And
what
then
I call
that
it too.
They would totally get, you can get away with
Right,
it.
right.
I think it's worth watching. That movie's so good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. We just watched Ocean's 11 for the first time.
Right. There's no
So-
blowjobs in that.
There's not any,
No ghost or living blowjobs
not a one. But
That movie could have used the ghost, though.
and a blowjob.
More ghosts.
Ty and I watched Idiocracy.
Did he like it?
He did like it. That movie had a lot of not blowjobs, but I didn't remember like what
There's
Starbucks.
like a hand job. Yeah, there's
Starbucks. That's what
Starbucks and
Starbucks
a
is in
hand-
the
yeah,
future.
hand jobs.
Where you get hand jobs.
Mhm.
And so same with H&R Block, actually, is where you get hand jobs. But anyway, the movie's very funny, and Ty liked it. And it's a biting commentary on our current state of affairs.
Yeah, because that movie becomes truer and truer every day.
Pretty much.
know,
It
it's
makes a
very
lot of
sad.
sense. It's making a lot of sense. What else?
I watched Godzilla X Kong, where I think it's just because it's supposed to be called Godzilla Kong, the new one.
That
The
can't
new
be as good
Godzilla
as
Kong.
Godzilla -1.
No, it is not as good
Can't
as
be.
Godzilla Minus. No, I didn't say it was.
I'm just saying, I don't. Anyway, what's it like? Them fighting each other, or they team up?
No, this is a team up movie.
Who are they teaming up against?
They're teaming up against the evil King Kong.
No, really?
Yeah.
There's an evil King Kong,
Yeah.
and
What's
there's a
his
good
name?
King Kong. What's his name? Yeah, what's his name?
It's funny. I'm sure they give him a name, and I could not tell you what it is. But he's like an orangutan Kong.
See, I would think
Orangutan?
that they would team up
Orangutan?
against. They would team up against man who are like polluting the environment or something.
No. See,
No.
Godzilla
Hmm.
is very territorial.
Mhm.
In his territory, they explain this in the movie
Of
prior
course.
to this one.
Yeah.
Godzilla's territory is the planet Earth,
Right.
right? You got this, right?
It's his
You're
planet.
following along.
It's his planet.
It's his planet.
We just live here.
His
Exactly.
name is Scar King.
Scar King. There you go. So Godzilla,
Scar?
whenever
Does he
there's
have a
another,
scar? Wait, does he have a scar?
yes, he has a scar on his face.
Hmm.
So whenever there's another Titan
Maybe
in
not his birth name then.
in his like domain, he has to fight that Titan. That's like Godzilla's thing. That's when Godzilla comes out. Like, oh, there's another monster in my house. I have to kill that monster
Because he's the king of the monsters.
because he's the king of the exactly. So then he has to fight monsters that way. But if all the monsters are like separated from Godzilla, then there's going to be no fighting. And that's kind of what the humans do, is that they kind of just make sure all the monsters are separated because the earth is hollow and underneath the earth is another earth like a gobstopper.
Okay.
So in the other earth is where they try to keep most of these monsters. That's where Kong lives. Kong lives under the earth now.
Okay. Is it nice in there, or like it's just
Yeah,
hot?
it's like nice. It's like jungly and
It's like Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan, when they build the Genesis project inside the planet.
kind of, but there's like lots of man eating giant beasties there.
Okay, well, it's, you know, good and bad.
Yeah.
Is that where Godzuki is at? Is he still? Did you see Godzuki at all?
There's no Godzuki. There's baby Kong instead. But it's not Kong's kid. It's like, actually, I think it's supposed to be Scar King's kid who becomes Kong's like adopted son.
Complex.
I know. There's
This
a
is
lot
like
going
Hamlet.
on in this movie.
Kongplex.
Yeah, Kongplex. I mean, are the fight scenes fun enough? I guess. I mean, every time my kids would walk out of their rooms while I was watching this movie, they would go, "This just looks like a video game cutscene," and I'd be like, "Yeah, it's just one video game cutscene." I'm like, "Yeah, that's basically what this is."
Do they do like tag team moves where like maybe like King Kong will throw Godzilla to attack Scar King?
They actually do triple team moves because Mothra shows up at the end too.
No.
Oh.
So you got Kong, Mothra, and Godzilla fighting Scar King and the Ice Titan. It's like a whole thing.
I'm out.
Yeah. And then Godzilla falls asleep.
There's so many more things on this list.
Godzilla falls asleep.
Godzilla falls asleep? Is he listening to music?
And by the way, if you think I'm making that up, you would be wrong.
Is that like when he walks back down into the water and then
instead of walking back down into the water, he literally just is like, okay, nap time.
He's narcoleptic, maybe.
Yeah, he's like, I fought enough. Now we go to sleep.
Are we going to do these TV shows? There's so many. I watched the first one because you recommended it, Wombat.
Did you like it?
Yes, that's Mastermind, which I think is on Hulu.
HBO Max.
HBO Max, right. And that's about this lady. What's her name?
I forget her name as well, which makes us both bad people.
She was like the founder of criminal
profiling for the FBI.
Yeah, it was pretty
interesting.
interesting.
If you watched Mindhunters on Netflix, the character on that was essentially about
the female character on the team. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
It's really cool, and the woman is still alive.
It is on Hulu, by the way. I'm a terrible person.
It is what?
It is on Hulu, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I thought it was on Max.
The woman who it's based on is still alive, and you know she's an older woman, an old lady now, but she's still like active and teaching, and she's pretty.
Dr. Ann Burgess is her name.
Yeah, she's a super genius.
Yeah, she's a super genius. She's she worked for the FBI. She basically helped create their profiling division. She got very little credit for it at the time because misogyny.
Right, it was a long time ago.
Yes. What I found most interesting on it was the Menendez trial stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
That was actually kind of interesting and a little sad.
Because she was ahead of her time. Like juries today, would have acquitted them, right? Don't you think?
I think a jury today definitely would have, and what the judge did in the retrial would have been found to be, I mean, that was very weird. So for those who don't know, she was the one who... Don't
ruin it for people. Let people watch it. And there's so many more fucking things we got to talk about.
Yeah, but it made me look at them in a different way because
same, 100%.
Yeah. So it was very interesting.
We started watching Sunny, which is on Apple TV with Rashida Jones, and
I know who she is.
It's really interesting. It's pretty cool. Like it takes place in Japan, and she's got her husband is like missing or dead. You don't know, and all she has is like this robot that he left her, and he worked in robotics, as you'll find out. And it's like a thriller. It's like a comedy thriller. And I think it's like another one of these Apple TV shows that looks like it cost $1 billion and nobody's watching, but it's really good. And it's good, which is like a lot of these Apple TV shows. That's Sunny. And we recommend that. We're totally caught up on that. And this other show that we just started watching on Netflix called Tokyo Swindlers, which is it's a drama about land swindlers, like people who sell land.
Swindle land?
They basically sell land that they don't own and defraud people out of their money. And this is a drama about like the Ocean's 11 version of that, if you can imagine, right? Like,
okay. Yeah.
And it's pretty entertaining, and it's cool to see like Tokyo. I don't know. It's got some freaky
Tokyo's
stuff
cool to
in there.
see.
It is. Yeah. So if you're into that shit, Tokyo Swindlers. The name is not that great, but yeah. That's what I got.